This is the Ari Hasfardi, the Ari Shull, with the Ari HaKodesh actually davened in the shul. In the shul is the Ari daven. The Ari was called Rabbi Tzefat Ashkenazi. The Ari was actually born in Yerushalayim. After his father passed on, he moved to Egypt, where his uncle lived, Francis. That was his mother's brother. And in Mitzrayim, he was Oved Hashem there, and he was a whole day by the Nilus, and he came to great heights in Mitzrayim, and he had Chavrusa, Vashita Mekibetzes. And as we know, great tzaddikim lived with him, and he came to great heights over there. He was a hidden tzaddik living in Mitzrayim until the age of 36. During that time, he used to come to Miron. When he had a chalaka, his child was 3 years old, he brought him over through the deserts. He came into Eretz Yisrael, to Miron, and many minhagim, which we do today, many customs, which we do in Miron today, comes from the holy tzaddik Ari. Ari, at the age of 36, was told by the holy prophet Eliyahu Novi to come to Eretz Yisrael, to come to Tzefat, Ir HaKodesh, to the holy city of Tzefat. In Tzefat, there was the Heilige Ramak. The Ramak was the Moshe Kadavero, who was the Rebbe of Kabbalah in Tzefat. The Moshe Kadavero said that whoever is going to see the pillar of smoke following my bed when they're taking me to my burial, this person will be the one to take over leadership of Kabbalah. And there are many, many stories told about the Ari, when the Ari took over the Ramak at the age of 36 years old, because he was the only one who saw where the pillar of smoke stopped, and therefore, according to Ramak, he was supposed to take over. In the beginning, many of the other disciples of the Ramak didn't want to believe in the Ari. The Ari himself came down and said, the Ramak himself came down in this world after he passed on, and he said, the way the Ari is teaching Kabbalah, the way he's teaching mysticism, that's the way they learn up in the heaven, in the heavens. The Ari was here in Tzefat for 2.5 years, and he davened in this shul over here. Now this shul has many stories. One story was the famous story that the Ari said they're giving Aliyas, they're calling up to the Torah, the 7 shepherds of the Jewish nation, which are Avraham, Yitzchok, Yaakov, Moshe, Aharon, Yosef, and David. And, of course, the first one who was Oida, the first one was Aaron HaKohen. And then came Moshe, who was the Levi. Before David HaMelech came up, of course, they looked the way they looked, with the clothing which they wore in their lifetime. David HaMelech was called upon to be Oida to the Torah. And David HaMelech came with his Levush Malchus, with his kingly clothing. And David HaMelech, as he came up, before he approached the Sefer Torah, the Ari told his Talmidim to be very serious. One of his Talmidim smiled, gave a smirk, and he warned them beforehand, it's dangerous, because we see such a big revelation, and we merited such a revelation, we can't blow it. And unfortunately, this student of the Ari did not live through the year. In the side room here is the room where he learned with Eliyahu HaNavi, was his chavrusa. In other words, Eliyahu HaNavi was here in Tzefat, and you go in this side room and see is the place that he learned over here in this side room. As you see people learning there, they're saying Tehillim over there, it's a very holy place. And Tfilis on the Skabal accepted over here in such a holy place. The whole shul is a very, very special and holy shul. By the earthquake, the shul caved in, but it's known that the bima, when you read the Torah, the bima stayed. So there's many, many stories which took place in this shul. As we know that the Ari himself came once, and he told the Gabbai that there's a leak over here, you should please fix it. And he asked, who are you? He says, I'm the Ari. There's many, many stories that took place here in Tzefat in general. We know one of the main mottos of the Ari was that we see in the Sidurim today, it's printed before Matoihu, Hareinu mekabel lai mitzvot v'havta d're'acha kamoicha. I should love thy fellow Jew as I love myself. And that's one of the things which is known that Ari stressed very, very much. And as we know the history of Ari, we know that he passed away because of machlokes. Because of people didn't get along with each other. There was a major fight here in Tzefat. First it started with the children, then the women got involved, and then the men got involved, and because of that, unfortunately, Ari had to pass on at a young age of 38. We know that Ari didn't really, it's not called a young age actually, because Ari every single day was a full capacity. He had arichas yomim, he had long life, because every single day was long, and every single day had a capacity of many things. We know many stories, and many revelations, and many minhagim which we know today, is all from the few years they lived in Tzefat, because till the age of 36, he was a hidden tzaddik. Those 2.5 years he lived in Tzefat, he revealed many things. We know that Ari stressed very much the Indian from tzedakah, to give charity. And there are many stories of Ari. There are many stories of Ari, how Ari stressed very much. In fact, he was once learning with his Talmidim, and Ari told his Talmidim, there's a terrible decree over Tzefat. Locust approaching Tzefat, terrible decree, because the Jew sitting at the end of the city, his barrel of water broke, he has no barrel to put water in, and he's angry at Hashem, and he's screaming at Hashem, why does everyone else have, and he doesn't have. Because of that, this terrible decree is approaching Tzefat. So he sent one of his Talmidim to check it out. He went to check it out, and he saw this guy sitting on the floor, crying. So he got up the barrel of water, and he came back, the Ari said, the decree was annulled. They saw locusts approaching Tzefat. The Ari said, do not fear. The decree was annulled. Now in Tzefat, we have many people in poverty. He talked about because of one Jew, the entire city was being captured by locusts. A terrible decree. What about a city of poverty? You people who hear me right now, you could be of help. If you know, Ezel Shabbos is really at its lowest point now. We're trying our best. We're still giving families, but much less than we used to give. We have very few sponsors. We have much more sponsors. You could sponsor a family for $100 a week, or minimum of $50 a week every single week. Now as Chanukah is approaching, we know from the Holy Sforim that it's a big inyan to give tzedakah, to aniyim, to bring the poor person into your house. And that's what we do when we're making hundreds of families happy here in Tzefat. I don't know how many families I'll be able to give this year. The debt is enormous, especially for a one-man team like me, and the store refuses to give me. They made some kind of compromise with me that they might give 150 people. So help me be able to cover the previous budget from Sukkot, when we gave out close to 500 families, and at least enable us to give to 150 families this year on Chanukah. If a miracle takes place of Chanukah, that everything is covered, we'll give the same amount we gave before Sukkot. So it is in your hand, my friends. Take part in this great mitzvah of supporting Ezer Shabbos, putting a poor person at your table on Shabbos, your extended family living in Tzefat, and by caring about the Jews in Eretz Yisrael, which has a din, the law of Aniyei Ircha. According to Allah, it's called Aniyei Ircha. You'll be helping yourself and your family. Tiskul mitzvahs. May you have a happy, a lustige Chanukah. Thank you. Tiskul mitzvahs.